Hello, lovely people. I welcome you once again to Bright and Clara's channel. Thank you all for clicking. This is episode 6 on Project Majesty. Alright, I believe I've given you enough details concerning the birth of this beautiful, majestic house. Yes, it was designed by Mr. Frank Hammond, and this is how the client wants the house to look like. It's beautiful. We can call it the glass house because it's filled with a lot of glasses. The roof design is beautiful. It's going to be done with shingles, and in the middle of it we're going to hide our, in terms of central air conditions and solar water heater and everything, such that when you're outside you're not able to see all that we have on top of the roof. So it's going to be hidden. Okay, so there's just a concrete slab right there on the rooftop. Okay, this is the basement, and we are on the journey to changing the narrative. My goal and motive has always been genuine. Okay, and I believe that along the line you may have some challenges, and those challenges are not to deter you but rather keep you moving focus. And I believe that with time everything will be fine. It's just a matter of time. I love the design. The rooftop is beautiful. It is beautiful. The security post with the parapet design is also not bad. Okay, and then the carport. So everything pretty much the same. The roof, as you can see, the roof plan. Yes, it's gonna be. Someone said it's gonna be a wow. Alright, so previously in episode 5 you saw the casting of the base of the retainer wall, whereas here we did a footings beam and now the blocks have been laid on top. So that place is catching up. We are still waiting, preparing for the carpenters to board the retainer reinforcement, and as you can see they've already started. Usually we use marine plywood for this. You can as well use a plywood, I think a 3/4 plywood for this. That means that you will need to introduce a lot of 2x4s to support, so that when the concrete goes in it doesn't protrude. Are you with me? And then you can see there's a piece of wood in between from this side to the other side that also brings it a support to give it the gauge, you understand, so that it doesn't meander. Are you with me? It doesn't meander in. So there's a lot of techniques that goes into putting up the retainer wall. Yeah, there's a lot of technique that goes in there. In the meantime, our bitumen waterproof coating is taking place, as you already know, just to ensure that we avoid dampness from rising on the building. Okay, we avoid dampness from rising on the building. So there's a whole lot that goes in. Are you with me? There's a whole lot that goes in, and I'm pretty much grateful for this opportunity, and I can't wait to see the outcome. Now you can see the footing beam that we placed on top before the blocks came. Okay, everything has been done so perfectly. Alright, so if you need someone for your borehole drilling, please contact my cousin Jonathan Amwa, who is specialized in geophysics. Okay, that's his specialization. So he does borehole drilling, good survey. You can get water in large quantities, so contact him for your borehole drilling, reverse osmosis, water treatment, sales of pumps. If you want to buy a pump from him, yes, he will sell it to you. All these my cousin will provide for you, so contact him for that purposes. So carpenters down with a portion of the boarding, so we would have to cast them. Once it's cast, we would have to remove them after probably 3 or 4 days. Okay, and then we'll shift it to another portion and then do another cast. Okay, so the bitumen painting is taking place. Is very, very important that you coat it properly. to avoid the rising damp. And you can see that here the block is still matching to the surface of the land. So probably when you're going to do the overside casting, we have to raise it so that the building itself elevate from the ground level. You understand? The building will elevate from the ground level. Yeah, it is very, very necessary. Very, very necessary. Wow. So gradually the house on the slope is taking shape. So right after the retainer wall is being cast and to dry, I believe we're going to start with the laterite filling. Okay, laterite filling to, you know, speed up the work immediately. So the entire this portion, you know, have been bored neatly, so that portion is ready for cast. Are you with me? Yes. If you are into this kind of constructions, just bear in mind that, you know, you have good artisans and bad artisans. Okay, yes, you have good artisans and bad artisans, and for that matter, it's just a matter of time that you will begin to know that, okay, this person is doing well and this person is not performing well, so I need to eliminate this person out of my team. And it's a gradual process. That I believe that there's no perfect company in this world. Yes, even Apple, they do a recall. Huawei do recalls. Okay, and I believe that once there's a defect somewhere, it can always be rectified. Here, notice that Mr. Hammond has begun filling in the laterite. Okay, he's begun filling in the laterite for the basement level, so at least they can have a walking path to be able to do the retainer wall on the other side. It is very, very crucial. So I'm not sure if I don't think here it is necessary to do a mesh on this side. I'm not sure it is necessary. Okay, yes, so once it is compact properly, we're going to do a ground beams. Yes, a ground beams will be done. So in the ground beams also gives it a good stamina. It avoids cracks, and then also it bonds it together, so we don't need a mesh right there. Okay, mostly in a soft land, if the land is very soft and there's a tendency that the building will be sinking or so ever, yeah, you need a mesh in those areas. Are you with me? You need a mesh. So it is very, very important. So I think the majority of the retainer wall carpentry works done, so we are preparing for casting, and that is why we are creating this bridge so as to make way for the wheelbarrows to run on them and then do the casting. There's a lot of risk factors that they go through, you know, in construction, especially in Africa. We don't implement all these safety measures, and so the artisans, you know, go under a lot of risk just to put up your house for you. So when you are a client and you get to the site, try to appreciate them. Appreciate these artisans, because they go the length and breadth just to get certain things done for you, but you are not aware. All you care about is, I want my project done. Yes, it is getting done, but if they were to introduce all those safety measures in the estimate, you will say it is too expensive. Are you with me? And so when you're not paying for all those safety measures and you come to site, kindly appreciate them. You know, show some love. You know, give them something that motivate them, because they go through a lot. These guys, what they are doing here is risky. We could have just brought in the pre-mix vehicle and then in the next 20 minutes they are done. But the client will say it's too expensive. I know for sure. Because bringing the pre-mix, they will charge you more because of certain things they are adding and whatsoever. Okay, so here we're going to be casting it manually. Are you with me? So running on that, and should anything happen, and who is going to pay for it? Are you with me? They have to put scarf underneath, which is the metal one, so as to give it a good stamina. Are you with me? and then the wheelbarrows will run on top, and then they can pour the concrete. Yeah, and it's impressive. I really, my heart goes out for them. They really do well in all this. And the carpenter did a very good job in the boarding, because he braced it so well such that there's no protruding. You understand? So there's no protruding. It's very, very important. Okay, and I like the fact that they put a metal scarf underneath. I like the fact that they put a metal scarf, and that was the essence for landscaping that area, to enable the scarf to sit on a flat land so as to bring the wheelbarrows. So strippings are ready, sand ready. We just need a concrete mixture with the cement. There's already water because we have our own borehole right here, and then casting will begin. So we're going to start with the retainer wall. Like I said, retainer walls are expensive. To get the marine board is almost like 330 or 340 Ghana cedis per board. So imagine you're getting 20, 25 or 30 pieces of those boards. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And then you need a 2x4, you need the nails, okay, you need a binding wire, okay. Sometimes you need a DPM, so that when they remove the board, it looks very smooth, so they have to use the DPM too. But when you use a marine board, usually they don't use the DPM. But if you're using a plywood like this type, you need a DPM. You understand? So it's very crucial. It's very crucial. And then the support from behind is very, very important. This support also keep them in position so that they don't pull over when you're pouring in the concrete. Are you with me? So this is a retainer wall. Okay, I would say the rock of Gibraltar. The rock that never falls. I mean, whatever tsunami happens, the rock is still standing tall. Yeah, so that is it. This is a retainer wall. So in the next episode, I believe you're going to be seeing the removal of the boards and then shifting to the other side, which is this side, and then whatever happens thereafter, I'll be sharing that with you in episode 7. Okay, if you want someone to build for you and you have a land that is very steep and slope, contact me and let's help you out. Okay, yes, let's help you out. It is very, very important that when building in such areas, you need someone to keep a careful eye on it. My name is Mr. Bright. I am the CEO of B&C Construction. From me to you, shalom. God bless you. Bye-bye.